I vividly recall those days, back when I resided in the cozy confines of the house alongside my beloved owners. However, everything changed when they welcomed a tiny bundle of joy into their lives. Despite my eagerness to sniff and acquaint myself with the new addition, my attempts were met with stern reprimands and shooing gestures from my owners, who seemed determined to keep me at a distance. As time went by, my access within the house dwindled. First, they restricted me from entering their bedroom, sealing off the passage upstairs and confining me to the hallway and kitchen. With each passing day, my once bustling environment grew quieter as my owner's attention shifted entirely to the growing child. I patiently awaited the day when the little one would venture out of the confines of the bedroom and embrace me as a companion. However, that day never arrived. My owners seemed to forget about me entirely, neglecting to provide me with toys or consistent meals. At times, I had to resort to unconventional methods, like clattering an empty cup on the tile floor, just to remind them of my presence and need for nourishment. Unfortunately, even my attempts to garner attention eventually fell on deaf ears. Frustrated by my actions, my owners made the decision to relocate me outdoors, fearing that my antics could damage the household. It was a heartbreaking turn of events, as I found myself banished from the warmth and comfort of my former home. They had forgotten to provide me with a bed, so I made do with curling up on the porch for the night. But the next morning, I discovered they had also forgotten to give me water. Desperate and parched, I sought out a bucket on a high shelf, hoping to find relief. However, in my haste, I miscalculated my strength and accidentally knocked over the entire shelf, sending it crashing onto the flower bed below. That incident proved to be the final straw for my owner. Enraged, he grabbed hold of my tail, causing me pain, before roughly tossing me into the car. As we drove away, I peered out the window, waving goodbye to my former home, unaware that it would be the last time I would ever see it. After what felt like an eternity, the car came to a stop at a peculiar place filled with garbage and discarded packages. Eagerly, I leaped out of the car, expecting to play with my owner, only to watch in dismay as he sped off without a backward glance. I chased after the disappearing car for as long as I could, but it soon vanished from sight. Left alone in this unfamiliar environment, I heard a strange sound emanating from a nearby pile of garbage. Intrigued, I cautiously approached and listened intently. To my disbelief, the sound resembled the cries of a human baby, reminiscent of the ones I had heard when my owner's child first arrived at our house. Filled with concern, I hurried closer to investigate. Sniffing around the bundle, I confirmed my suspicions. It was indeed a human child. But how did they end up here amidst the refuse? Realizing the urgency of the situation, I knew I had to find help as soon as possible. Driven by the urgency to reunite with his owner, the dog dashed onto the road, barking loudly in a desperate attempt to attract attention. Despite his efforts, there was no one in sight, prompting him to continue his quest down the road in search of anyone, who could help. Meanwhile, General Fuentes Revilla was on his motorcycle, en route to visit his parents and extend his Christmas greetings. Suddenly, a large dog leaped out from the roadside, emitting loud barks. General was no stranger to encounters with stray dogs, having previously fended off their aggressive advances while riding his motorcycle. However, this dog's behavior was different. Despite its barking, it didn't attempt to attack him. Rather, it seemed to beckon him to stop. Intrigued by the unusual behavior, General slowed down and eventually came to a halt, dismounting his motorcycle. As he approached the dog, it retreated slightly, signaling for him to follow. Recognizing that the dog was leading him somewhere, General decided to follow its lead, curious about what lay ahead. Speculating that the dog might be guiding him to its puppies, General braced himself for the possibility of aiding homeless pups in need. Stray dogs often seek human assistance when caring for their offspring, and General understood that he might be called upon to intervene. He had even taken off his jacket, preparing to wrap the small dogs for warmth when they were found. The dog led Junrel with unwavering certainty through the piles of garbage, guiding him to their destination. As they approached the trash heap, Junrel began to doubt the dog's direction, but he pressed on, following faithfully. To his astonishment, instead of discovering puppies as expected, he stumbled upon a human baby wrapped in a towel. The infant, now peaceful and seemingly asleep, was quickly scooped up by Junrel, who swathed the child in his jacket before hurrying back towards the road. Upon reaching his motorcycle, Junrel wasted no time. He cradled the baby close as he rode to the nearest police station. Throughout the journey, he kept the infant cocooned in warmth and safety. At the police station, an ambulance was promptly summoned, and the baby was rushed to the hospital for thorough examination. Miraculously, despite a mild case of hypothermia, the child was deemed healthy and soon made a full recovery. The abandoned dog, now named Blackie, had refused to abandon the newborn he found amidst the trash heap, showcasing unparalleled bravery and compassion. Due to his newfound fame, Blackie was adopted into a loving family, where he now resides happily. The heartwarming tale caught the attention of both Hope for Strays and the Paws Chin Project, leading to a joint effort to honor the heroic dog and his compassionate family. They arrived bearing numerous toys and treats for Blackie in his new abode, along with provisions for his caring new family. Later, on their Instagram page, they penned a heartfelt post, emphasizing that this story serves as yet another testament to the fact that dogs are genuine members of our families. Despite the heartbreak of betrayal from certain individuals, dogs persist in their unwavering belief in humanity and their steadfast care for us.